darling heart, and welcome to this episode of the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely, or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. I'm here to support you with your alcohol-free or drink less adventures. Follow me on Instagram at drinklesslivebetter and find resources on my website, drinklesslivebetter.com. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. Let's get straight to it. How to feel powerful about your choice not to drink. I used to feel awkward and apologetic about not drinking. I said things like, I'm not drinking right now, or I'm sorry, I'm having a night off the booze tonight. Choosing not to drink isn't something to apologise for. It's about taking control of your life and making powerful decisions for yourself. You only owe yourself the explanation and no one else an apology. Easy for me to say now, right? But at the time, it was not easy to do. I'm sorry slipped off my tongue so easily and so quickly. Every time you choose not to drink, you're not depriving yourself. You're actively choosing your well-being. You're choosing clear mornings, authentic connections, and genuine emotions. That's incredibly powerful for yourself. But feeling powerful doesn't happen overnight. I think it's something we build towards. But how do we do that, Sarah? I hear you ask. I'm so glad you questioned that. Here are a few of my ideas. First, change your language. Instead of I can't drink or I'm trying not to drink, say I don't drink or I choose not to drink. Can you notice how different that feels? It's not about feeling restricted. Second, get really clear about your reasons. Write them down. When you're solid with your why, every decision does become easier. Perhaps it's for your mental health, your relationships, your career, your parenting, or simply because you prefer who you are without alcohol. Own that reason and get behind it. This is a subject I write about in my book. I do have a bit of conflict around it. I really think the best reason not to drink is simple. You don't want to. Full stop. You just don't want to. But in the early days of my own alcohol-free experiment, I did make it about my kids, my family, my husband, my work, blah, 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 because I was looking for something outside of myself to feel worthy enough to make the choice. If I could go back to that version of myself now, I'd tell her it's okay. It's fine to say no to alcohol. For you, and for the decision, it is all about you and only about you. You can claim it. Third, prepare your responses for social situations. You don't owe anyone an explanation, but having a few confident responses ready can help you to feel more secure. I feel better when I'm not drinking, or I'm driving, are perfectly valid responses. The key is delivering them with conviction. Remember, you are actually part of a growing movement. More people than ever are questioning their relationship with alcohol. The non-alcoholic beverage industry is booming. Alcohol-free bars are opening up across London and the UK. You're not alone. You're actually ahead of the curve. I like to think that you and I are early adopters in this movement, and in years to come, people will say to us, you caught that wave early. You got on that quicker than the rest of us. Well done, you. Okay, power and feeling powerful. What do I really mean in the context of choosing not to drink? It's not about willpower or resistance. It's about alignment with your values and choosing what truly serves you. When you're at a party, sipping your alcohol-free drink, you're not missing out. You're choosing what feels best for you, and you are allowing yourself to be fully you. For years, I thought drinking made me confident. Now I realise that true confidence comes from knowing who I am and standing really firm in my choices. That's what we're talking about, authentic power. For years and years, I thought I was an extrovert, but it was alcohol that lowered my inhibitions and made me behave in an extroverted way. I really am such a contented introvert. Choosing not to drink isn't about what you're giving up, it's about what you're gaining. You're gaining self-trust, better sleep, mental clarity, genuine connections, and the deep satisfaction of living life on your own terms. Your choice not to drink isn't just personal health and well-being, it's a declaration of self-respect. It's saying, I know what works for me, and I choose that unapologetically. That's powerful. Thank you for listening in today. Come back again next week. Check out the show notes for a link to a hidden podcast episode that will help you with your 5 p.m. cravings and details about my one-to-one life coaching and sober coaching programs. And P.S. I believe in you.